I'm like an Oompa Loompa. Alrighty then, everyone. Back at it again with another SJW Bio. This time I'm shaking up a little bit with a different type of SJW. I'm going to be talking about Jason Blaha. Jason Blaha is a bit of an SJW, and what I mean by that is that he really isn't consistent about what he... Pocahontas, that's never going to get old. Anyways, gotta fix that up. What I mean by that Jason Blaha isn't your typical SJW is because he happens to be a conservative, Trump supporter, Republican, even though when he first started on YouTube, he wasn't. Yeah, he started out his YouTube channel in the UK and was a self-professed liberal and very left-wing. And, of course, did hold views that the liberals had that, you know, most Republicans and conservatives are kind of tired of hearing. But since he was sort of threatened with jail for, I don't know what, in England, probably tax evasion or tax fraud, and moved back to the United States and went to Texas, his home state, I guess. Sorry, Uncle Dad. So, the first problem with Jason Blaha is, dude is a storyteller. He really is. He's pretty much Elizabeth Warren's distant cousin, Spreading Bull Warren, or something. And Jason Blaha is one of those people that you just really want to punch in the face. Sorry, he really is. He goes left and right and saying how he was a mercenary, then released a video saying he was joking or trolling everybody. Even though he did an amazing job trying to convince everyone he was a mercenary by swearing on his mother's grave or something. And grew out a beard, shaved his head, wore some military camouflage, picked up some army boots, and tried looking like a mercenary. And he said he didn't serve in the U.S. military despite the government, his words, despite the government looking or seeking him out for specific trades. Which obviously is a load of bullshit. The government doesn't seek out people for specific trades. And if you happen to have been 18 and graduating high school at the time, the U.S. government or the U.S. military itself sends out pamphlets to influence people into joining the military. It's not a bad thing, but it's also very, 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 very common. I did, my friend did, my brother did, all sorts of other friends have, my father did, and all sorts of different people, despite walks of life they all came from, they all got those pamphlets to influence them and incite them to join the U.S. military. Some did, some didn't, that's how it works. But you didn't join the military, Jason Blaha. You said you didn't have to be in the military to be a mercenary, despite most or all of the mercenaries being of a military background, special forces military background. Some of them are even law enforcement, but they're not like your typical law enforcement officers walking the beat or doing traffic stops. They're the sort of police officers with all of the automatic and semi-automatic weapons. SWAT stuff, really. SWAT, K9, bunch of other special stuff, highly specialized stuff for police officers. It's not a bad thing. But then you say that you don't have to be in the military to be a mercenary, and then you never ever say what sort of mercenary company or you were working for. And then you don't like it when people talk about you. You go off and your few dozen sock accounts and you shut other people's channel down. Most people aren't getting paid to talk about you. They're actually doing it out of their own free will. They're not getting paid for it. and you think they're getting paid for it. They're really not. It just shows that you don't watch any of their videos and you really don't care what they have to say about you. You'll do anything to shut their dialogue down because you don't like it when people talk negatively about you. You have other people that check out these channels then tell you, it's like, hey, is this true? Is this true? Is this true? This other guy was like saying and providing evidence why it's not true. And it's like, no, it's not. Whatever he's saying, he's telling you it's lies. He's lying to you. He's doing it for money. Dude, you're doing your YouTube channel a bit for money, aren't you? I want to start off by saying that I used to actually agree with Jason Blaha on liberal leftists. I just didn't realize it was because he was one. He doesn't like Antifa. I don't like Antifa. He did a video about the John Brown shooting range in Phoenix. Of all those liberals shooting at the range and looking pretty bad at it too. And apparently there's a lot more to Jason Blaha. There are more channels dedicated to exposing Jason Blaha, like Natty Lifter, Shadow Man, and a few other channels, but we're just going to go off about things I don't like about Jason Blaha. He lied about his mercenary life, then came out and said it was just a troll. He doesn't like it when other YouTube channels critique and criticize him, even though he's supposedly a conservative, and one of the principles of conservatism is free speech for everyone. He doesn't like it when people know where he lives, despite that he gives out his address on Craigslist so that his hot girlfriend, Moon Cookie, that's her real name, could be cucked out to other people. He doesn't like it when that happens, even though he's allowing it to do it and knowingly allows it to do it. Then he goes off and takes their ID, takes their stuff at gunpoint. He walks around his apartment with a rifle case, obviously. I really could care less about him doing that if it wasn't for the fact that he's a criminal and he's got a felony arrest warrant made on him many years ago before his YouTube thing. So he really shouldn't have those weapons to begin with. I really didn't like it when he boasted about or boosted, boasting, I'm better than you because I can do these things, I didn't like when he was boasting about how he could get suppressors and mufflers and automatics and burst NFA items simply because of his mercenary work. I really don't like when he says shit like that because it really just shows how delusional he really is. I really don't like Jason Blaha. It's not for the fact that he was a liberal leftist back in the day. It's more or less because he's a liar. I don't like liars. I don't. I don't like Onision because he lies. I don't like Laineybot because she lies. I don't like Milo Stewart because Milo Stewart is a fucking idiot. And I've got 3 more SJWs to go through before this video series is over. So I might as well throw in a few right-wing SJWs, despite them being liberal, left-wing at some point. Jason Blaha is a total racist too. He likes to say that he's happy the Native Americans got what they deserve because it would have allowed him to be born. He also did a pro-KKK article way before his YouTube days, and he doesn't do anything to say that's not me, that was someone else in my name, despite him trying to claim the fame of him having an astronaut uncle named Blaha. Blaha is a total piece of shit. He really is. Fuck. Anyways, I don't want to go off anymore because if I do, Jason Blaha will probably use one of his many sock accounts and shut down this channel. So I'll leave you guys with that for now. See you next time.